Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. Monday, the 9th of October, Monday. We'll get to some playoff baseball, Monday Night Football, whatever else we'll have on the agenda today, what people want to talk about. It'll be a short show. It's Monday. There's not much going on. Free picks for today. They're posted in the comment section. I'm loading them up right now. Here we go. We have our little support the show stuff. If you're on Winner Free Picks YouTube, you could subscribe, be a premium member there for picks, $4.99 a month. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, look at lines. Sunday night halftime, midday money, 7 days a week, live at noon Eastern. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs, plays are posted, and of course, podcast form. All you gotta do is type in midday money. Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, wherever. Midday money, you find the show, boom. Taking care of business. All righty. We're not going to dilly-dally around here. Let's do a little recap of yesterday's action. I'll put the picks up in the chat here. Hold on a second. So we'll have them all up here on the board for you. NFL. Rams team total loser, mini loser. And we have Green Bay on the agenda tonight. So 11-6 plus 450 with our NFL picks in a video. 11-6 plus 450. Green Bay plus the 115 is pending. College football end the weekend 24-13 plus 950 with our video picks. MLB, we had to lose yesterday. I had the under here. I had Texas on the sites along with the under, but it's a loser here. And they've piled up all season. It's a losing season of baseball. I'm hoping to get this down to, I want to say 1,500. I'll be happy anywhere under 2 dimes. Down 28.04 here. Dogging it up here on a Monday night. Phillies, Arizona. We'll talk about them. Both of these games. We'll start, you know what? I mean, it's going to be a short show anyway, so I was usually timestamped the stuff, but you can figure it out 2 minutes in. We'll start with the Philly game here. And I like the Braves in game one. I thought Strider was going to come out, do Strider things. He did. You give up one run. It's tough. I know people are like, oh, you're not a good pitcher. Your team's not good. Well, you don't go 20-5 and you're a bad pitcher. You don't give up one run and say that the other team owns you. I think the Braves are in trouble based on their hitting. I think now you're down. I think Philly's playing with the house money again. Here we go. Philadelphia believes. They went on a run last year. You just took out their best pitcher by far. I mean, Fried's been hurt. Morton, AJ Smith, whoever they're going to pull in here. The Braves needed more pitching during the trade deadline. Didn't pick any up. I think Philly's win this now. I thought pitching was going to be a problem. You can't win with your best guy. You're in trouble because Philly's 2 best guys still have to go. Philly is to win here, plus 138. Arizona, almost I feel the same way. Now, Bryce Miller has a nice little season. But I feel the Dodgers, I haven't liked the Dodgers all year with their pitching staff. And even on the lineup, I know, it's Betts and Freeman. All right, Betts is a great year, Freeman great year. The rest of that lineup, I am not impressed by. I'm not. Give me the dogs here. I'll take my dogs. I mean, yeah. Dodgers, 100-something wins. Braves, 4 wins? 104 wins from them, 101 wins for the Dodgers. But now these teams are down. And this is playoff baseball. Anything could happen. I'm not running away a huge number. Are you out of your mind laying 160 with Max Fried? 160 with Bobby Miller? No, thank you. And, of course, we had the pack because I think the Raiders are trash. And you know how our boy Rob Franklin is the king of the Jordan Love fan club for the last couple of years before he even got his break. But I'm not. No, thank you. No, not. Raiders as a favorite. Are you kidding me? I mean, they're a favorite next week over New England. We talked about that on Look at Lines. I'm like, that's a 1-800 gambler game. But let's see how the comments section is doing today. on this happy Monday? Well, the first dozen are all probably from me because I loaded up a bunch. All Day Pass, YouTube channel, picks. I'm not fat in the show. Phillies, D-back, Raiders. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I'm with you on 2 out of 3. J-Rock, how about the Cowboys? So I could resist. How about? Well, I'm annoyed that I couldn't get my under. You know what? I went 4-5 yesterday in NFL football. My top play, I had a sure shot going on the Jets. Was a nice one there. But 4-5. What am I going to do? We're, I think, 31-27 on the year, something along those kind of lines. 31-27. Although on the winners and whiners page, I'm 26-29. Sometimes you go a little better number. 30-27, 31-27, 31-27. So, the winners and whiners, I think I had a couple duplicates. That's why I have an extra loss and an extra win because the totals weren't there. I was looking for them. My games weren't posted, and then I reposted. So I think I went 2-1 or something with a duplicate game, which is why I have a slight different record on the winners and whiners and winning free picks and picks and parlays. But up a little bit. But again, I'm not hitting. I'd like to get back to my 60 total 65%. But Dallas, are you kidding me? This is the spot now. Do you want to jump on Dallas? I said this last night. If you want to jump on Dallas, you would jump on them, the Chargers as a home dog, right? Dallas wins, the line's going to go up. Public will be all over it. And I thought the Chargers would be the anti kind of play there. Now, though, Dallas getting demolished, I sort of like Dallas in this spot getting totally demolished. Everybody's going to write them off. Dak is terrible. Haven't played Dallas. You can look at lines anytime you want to see who I was already down on. Or got some bets down on, I should say. Locktober, baby. I should have put the Locktober up in the chat, right, Tim? Twitter, I posted that last night. I was talking in look at lines. I said it's Locktober, and I said I tagged Tim in the Locktober on Twitter. Should I put a Locktober when I do midday money? Just put out Locktober? I can't do that. Because those who don't watch the show will come in and be like, or they'll make fun of me on Twitter. Like I come in and tease people when I see nonsense like that. I can't do it. It's funny here. We could talk about it because you know what it is. Locktober. Locktober. Philly Hill in the house. Phillies plus the 1.5. Harper Ribby's 245. Harper Ribby, yeah. I'm a Ribby prop guy, right? I'm all for Ribbies, especially when you're talking your 3, 4, 5 hitters who hit 30 plus homers. Absolutely, plus 245. Yes, I like the Packers money line. I'm with you. D-backs, you're taking a run line action there, huh? Run line in the over. I don't hate it. I like the over 8.5. Don't hate it. I got it myself, so actually I kind of like it, I guess you'd say. Michael B's in the house. Welcome, Michael. Timberwolf, 3 dogs today. Philly, Arizona, Green Bay. Get out the brooms for that sweep, baby. We're sweeping the floor. Ninja's in the house. Good to see Ninja. And he ran on the Patriots team. Literally an embarrassment. What's there to say about the Patriots? How am I going to... I mean, I'm not a Patriot guy. But what are they doing, again, with the yo-yo of Mac Jones? And I saw comments like, oh, if they get Caleb Williams, the Patriots get... Is it time for Belichick to go? Like, maybe last year would have been the time for it to go. Excuse you as I yawn. But I'm sure he's like, you know what? I got to come back here with a real coordinator and go out with a little bit, not a bang. He's not going down a Super Bowl champion, but he can't go out with a terrible taste in his mouth. And this year's team just looks bad, right? I mean, so would he hang it up after this year if this team wins 4 games? I think it's time. See ya. That's just me. Why are you sticking around? You're 1-4. You're at the Raiders next week, who I don't think the Raiders are a good team, but would your old coach want to come in and stick it to you? Home versus Buffalo, loser. At Miami, loser. Say they lose it here. Now you're 1-7. Home versus Washington. Maybe I'll give you a win, 2-7. Colts is in England. I think you're gonna lose that. 2-8 at Giants. I'll give you a win, I guess. Sorry, Giant fans. They're 3-9. Home versus Chargers, 3-10 at Pittsburgh. I think you lose it. 3-11. Kansas City, 3-12 at Denver. Maybe I give you a win Denver. 4-12 at Buffalo. 4-13. Home versus Jets. I think the Jets could beat you. You're looking at a 4-win team, maybe 5. They're not the only bad team. Ninja. Michael B. It was a great morning. 4-0, lost the Raiders, Rams, Niners under. We talk about, or I talk about, sometimes I get down early. We have our lines. Let's go. And the whole CLV. Well, CLV doesn't matter. A win is a win. Which I get it. You take a dog, it's probably going to win outright. You take a favorite, it'll probably be a blowout. Nothing worse. I mean, Mike, I put these in the YouTube members chat. I mean, we had the Rams at +6, Arizona at +7. Tough losing those games. It's bad. Listen, I don't like losing any game. Losing with a good number is frustrating. But in the long run, and that's what we're about. That's why I say, you know what, I lost. Who cares? I move on. I don't worry about a loss. It's frustrating. I'm bet a lot of games. Can't dwell on losses. In the long run, I know I'm going to win out and make money long term on those games. Frustrating for sure. I'm thinking, at worst, you split those. Chance, you think you'd get both of them. Not meant to be. Not meant to be. David's in the house. He likes the Braves to bounce back. He does say Arizona. He likes the pack. There we go. I don't know, man. I think the Braves are going to be pressing. Pressure is on. Let's see how to respond to the pressure. Me, I'll take a shot with the Phillies as a dog. Eric says, Phillies in a pack. Mr. Dog. Eric Dog Gardiner. Not shocked at his plays. Earl says, Phillies money line until proved otherwise. I agree. Game one, I'm like, no, thank you. I'm a big Strider guy. You lose 2-0. You can't generate any offense, and now you're down. You're starting to press. I don't care how good the offense is. It might be press city. Kim's in the house, my guy. Good to see you. Last night was a good night. There you go. Well, hey, favoring the over and the route. You're a parlay guy. I know you did good. And that Niner, I said about the Niners. I'm going to pull Mike out here for a second. And I'm a Cowboy fan. I didn't want to take the Cowboys. And I didn't like the over based on they've got all these red zone trips, no touchdowns to show for it. Niners got defense. I thought the Dallas defense would show up a little bit. I mean, we had a couple turnovers, some crazy stuff there. That being said, I felt good about the under. It's a loss, but Niners are what, 3-point fave next week? Has it moved? I'm sure 4.5. It was 3 last night. It was 3. It's not 4.5. Like, I want to bet Green Bay, but I feel like the whole world's going to be on Green Bay. No, the lines move towards the Raiders. It's gone up. People are betting on the Raiders. Again, is this sharp money coming on the Raiders today? Who wants to bet the Raiders? Not I. I'm a little annoyed. We talked about this last night about doing the look ahead lines, like the Miami game. All right, it's fine. You could jump in early on a Miami number, and it was 10. It was 10.5. I'm happy I got a 10.5 instead of a 14. But I'm annoyed I didn't get the Raiders, or excuse me, I didn't get the Niners. I'm annoyed I didn't get San Fran here at 3. I should have known better. I knew that. Why didn't I think that line was going up when they're destroying the Cowboys? Although, off the Sunday night game, maybe you come back with a little home dog there. Maybe that's where you take. Maybe you take Cleveland at 4.5. I mean, I see a 5 out there, Bodog. Gotta love Bovada. Pretty good, crazy lines. Michael, I do like the Phillies today. I think I'm going back to the over with Diamondbacks and Dodgers. Yes, I like the 2 plays there in the over. Phillies over, Dodgers. Yes. Derek says Packers. Aaron Jones over 47 rush yards. Is he back? Is he back? I'm not doing. I did a bunch of Green Bay props the other night. What was that Thursday night game? And they wet the bed. No, thank you. Jets got lucky, Kevin. Listen. Luck. I'll take a little luck. I'll take a little luck and a sure shot winner. Thank you very much, Jeff. And that game, the more I thought about it, I had done a free pick on it, and I was looking at getting myself. I'm like, there is no way they're losing to Sean Payton after what they said about his coach. No way. Easiest game on the board for me. Todd's in the house. Good afternoon. Dodgers over. Yes. Dodgers are online. I'm against you there. I'm going to take a shot with Arizona, but I don't hate it because you're laying 160. Phillies money line. In reverse, Phillies to score. He's saying Phillies 5-2 is what I'm guessing out of Todd here. Love over passing yards, plus 410, even though I can't stand him. Raiders gets hammered. I'd like to see that. 300-yard passing night from my guy Love. Because you know how I feel about Green Bay. That's my team there in the north. J-Rock's coming in with soccer. Spain La Liga 2. Elche versus Andorra under 5.5. Plus Villarreal B versus Espanyol. Both teams to score parlay plus 107. Could play Elche game under 2.5, but that's minus 160. Here we go. Spain La Liga. Elche, Andorra under, and Villarreal. Both teams to score parlay. I'm going to pull up one of my. I'm back because when I go to my one site here, if there's no live betting on it. Right? I say if there's live action, there's game feeds. So you can watch the games on TV like live. So I don't know if there's something going on why it would freeze up like that. All right, soccer, Spain, La Liga 2. I have Spain. Segundo. I don't have Spain La Liga. I'm gonna click on my 2 Spain leagues. And see if they're here we go. Here we go. Segunda. All right. Espanyol Villarreal. Both teams to score. Yes, it doesn't have a both team to score. Because this is like a good kind of no post up PPH type joint I use. So they don't have a lot of fancy things. I just have money lines, draws, totals, and goals. So you like the under La Leche or El Leche. Under, oh, here's 3.5. See, my side has it at 2.5. Huh. All right. Anyway. Winfrey picks YouTube, by the way. Monday Night Football. Vote. MLB has overs have been hit a lot lately. Yeah. Yes, they have. And I got to say, yesterday's Range Rover surprised me. I like the under with those pitchers. Rodriguez had pitched really good second half. Monty's pretty solid. Rangers over, or excuse me, the Texas over didn't surprise me. Dodgers over did not surprise me because I think we have mediocre type pitching. I will definitely say the Phillies not going over against the Brave. I mean, I had the over that game. So they have been going. I mean, I don't know if you're talking playoff wise because at this point you've had a 1-1 over in the Rangers game, and they had the under in the Braves game over Dodgers. I like the Dodgers to go over because I don't like their pitching. I don't like Arizona pitching other than their one starter Gallon. Houston pitching should go over. They're not a good pitching staff. Not a good pitching staff, and they hit the ball. Jeff Bell, I need Vegas 30 points or less for an office pool win. Yeah, they're not scoring more than 30, bro. You're fine. Michael B. I think I played every team in fantasy that had Jamar Chase and George Kittle yesterday. 0-4 fantasy. My son was like, he was getting smashed. I think he had like 30 points. He's like, I got nothing. His team was bad. I was like, oh my goodness. J Rock, careful in Arizona this week. Word is the coach is going back to Jaden LaLura, which I'm not a fan of. Arizona. Who's that? The quarterback? I don't even know who this is. Who's Jaden LaLura? What are you talking about? College football? Todd had San Fran because Dallas is up and down. Never won a big game on the road. Dak is overrated. I don't think he's overrated. I think he beats bad teams. The defense whoops up on bad and mediocre teams. And you play a good team. Again, was I expecting 40 points? No. Really, I was thinking 27-17, something maybe. I mean, I like the under. I didn't think it was going to be a lot of points scored. I knew Dallas wasn't scoring a lot of points. I wasn't expecting San Fran to just keep lighting it up like they have. Chase is skilled for sure. I mean, big game yesterday for Chase. What do you think about Washington -3, Oregon? Think it moves. I didn't bet this game. I sort of like the Ducks. I mean, I could see the over. Like, is everybody going to just run to the over because of Penix and Knicks? That's just a watch. Sit back and watch. Unless I find something really, some juicy nugget, or I get a call from somebody like, hey, this is a good play. I don't know. Has it moved? I don't know. I'm not going to bet it because it's a big game. Mike, as far as the Pats, when are we going to see Zappy? I had a good sized bet on the Falcons money line. Ritter played well, but I still don't understand why they don't just play Tyler Heineke. I know. They should play Heineke. But you got a young quarterback, you want him to play. Hats off for him to play your young guy. They know what's up. Can they maybe win the South with Taylor Heineke? Yeah, maybe that South is wide open. The Saints aren't good. As much as I love Tampa Bay is my little squad down there. They can be beat. It doesn't make a difference, Patriots. It's a loss here. You're done. It's over. Todd, even a magic hoodie can't make Mac Jones a good QB. And I don't want to blame Mac Jones. Coordinator this year, defensive coordinator was offensive coordinator last year, different coordinator before that. You need a little bit of continuity. On top of that, you're on a team that they wouldn't give Tom Brady a freaking wide receiver, a tight end, or running back. I mean, so if you're not drafting good guys, a Welker, Daniel Amendola, whoever, they brought in Moss, but let's be honest, they bring in kind of tail end guys that are pro. I mean, what Hunter Henry, Zeke. Cam, Baltimore game pissed me off. Stupid Baltimore. I don't know the whole. Ravens. We're talking a Ravens game. How did they lose that game? Bad. Ravens got problems. They got some offensive problems. Tamush, my guy, peeved off after watching Dallas get whipped. Where was Mighty Dan Quinn? The offensive line, back in the middle of the road. I said with Dallas coming into the season, defense, fantastic. Offense, new coordinator. Okay, they have Gallup, Lamb. They bought in Woods. Pollard is the number one back. I want to see something. We didn't see anything in week 1 against the Giants. We saw nothing in week 2 against Arizona. Nothing against the Jets. Where's the offense? Still waiting for the offense to show up. Braves no bottom 9. I'd like that one, Rob. Better than laying a 160. Locking in with the King is in the house. Rob says no bottom 9 for the Dodgers. Again, I'll jump. I got the dogs. You want to go no bottom nines with home teams at like even money, plus monies? Sure. Hockey tomorrow. The pen is out, Tim, because I trust your hockey. Tampa Bay puck line, Pitt puck line, Seattle money line. All plus money. All right. Philly Hill. McCaffrey, anytime TD's an auto bet. It is. I mean, even if it's heavily juiced, I mean, the guy's got to get in the end zone. J-Rock, Braves have a shot for sure, but you can't take them as favorites, just bad value. Yeah. I mean, of course the Braves have a shot. They won 104 games, and they got an offense with 7 guys who have 30 homers. They can score. I'm saying from the fact that I'll grab the Phillies here because maybe the Braves are worried about choking. So I will definitely grab some Philadelphia. Gio says Nerfy Braves minus 115. I want Bet Rivers. I don't hate it. As I said, I think the Braves are in danger mode right now. Devontae Adams, anytime TD boost, minus 125 Bet MGM. That means Devontae Adams, no touchdown. Stop Gio. I'm writing this down. Stop Gio. Bet MGM. Adams TD boost. I'm writing it down. I put a little box around it because I want to know. It's right here. That's how I do it. And look, you'll see the games. You see the games I put out on the site up there. There you go. Stop Geo. Bet MGM. Adams CD. Bonus. So I got to remember that. I think bonuses are auto losers. You know that. King D, nice day. 2-1 NFL. Top of the Falcons. Yeah, you needed that money line because that 2.5 would have buried you. Jets are back, baby. Break them up. Break them up. They got Philly next week. They got to beat the Eagles getting 6.5. Dave is in the house. Good afternoon, Higgs. I like the Raiders money line tonight. Hit the Jets of Frisco. Niners big. Jets, I'm with you on there. Frisco got it done big time. I had the under. Not good looking, but at least, hey, Jets rolled for me. I don't know. How do you take the Raiders? The Raiders are bad. Michael B. I saw someone with a good-sized following on Twitter posted Niners may be the best team since 2007. Pats to run a table. Can they run the table? Let's look at their schedule. Cleveland is a tough spot, yes. They got a good defense. Minnesota. Before the Kansas, and that was even a game too. Minnesota just plays close games. We'll see what happens. Home versus Cincy. You think if Burrow played like he did yesterday, Cincy has a shot. At Jacksonville. I'm not a Jacksonville fan, but maybe they overlook it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not. Tampa. At Seattle. At Philly. That's a little tough spot here for them. At Seattle, they'll be a little fave. At Silly. Yeah, that's what Philly is. Silly Philly. At Philly, and then back home against Seattle. That's a tough little 3-game stretch there. At Arizona should be a winner. Baltimore home winner. At Washington winner. Home versus Rams. You know, it's funny on the overnights, and I say this going back to August when I say overnight, they're a favored in all these games. They're a dog at Jacksonville, which I don't think they should be a dog at Jacksonville, and a dog at Philly. Maybe they're a pick 'em at Philly. I don't see them as a +3 dog at Philly. It's possible. Bill, so much for the under last night. What are you going to do? I mean, it's terrible. Over tonight in Green Bay. I like Green Bay, and I like the Phillies. Colts, getting it done. Minshew Mania. That's what I was expecting the start of the year with Minshew. Give me some Minshew all the time. Taylor's back. We'll see how that works out for them. Moss looked good yesterday. Ugh. That line, again, getting down early on games. Jags coming off back-to-back games in England. This was a 6.5. It's come down a little bit since then. 4.5 now. Mike says, King D, Colts, baby. I hit them twice, one pregame and again the second half. I like Minshew Gardner. Who doesn't? I like tennis. Cam says he's betting live tennis betting. Yeesh. The freeze is on, yes. You look like a Dick Tracy character. Freeze face. Yeah, it freezes. Yep, that's right. I went to a live channel and I freeze up. Jacoby Myers, anytime TD tonight. Jacoby Myers. I don't hate it. There are going to be some points on the board, right? Maybe the Raiders score, right? Sure. King D likes the hit, taking the Colts. Gio says game one Braves was the first home game all season. They failed to score a run, leading Phillies plus the 1.5 and under. Same game parlay. Same game parlays. I don't know. I don't want to run into half here. If the Braves win, I think the Braves just win. It's not going to be close. The bats come out and we hit. I understand. 38 and 43 run line. Zach Wheeler pitching well. I just don't see the old one-run game. If a team's going to win, I think it's the team wins. It's not close. Michael says, King D, Colts been paying the bills. Yes, they have been. But why do they give the running back 14 mil? Exactly. Minshew. This is why I thought we'd have to start the year, J-Rock. I thought we had Minshew the whole time. Fade Josh McDaniels. Again, terrible coach. He might be the Patriots coach next year. Who knows? Michael, there's only been 2 backs that have deserved big contracts. They've gotten the King and CMC. Those guys are different. New versions of Falk and Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson. I mean, Marshall. CMC is. Wow, he's really good. I don't think there's anybody else in his tier level. I'm taking Washington. J-Rock. This is Washington and Oregon we're talking. Gio says, Earl with this one, Kraken to make the playoffs, minus 113 on FanDuel. The Kraken. King D says, not excited about Richardson injury, but Minshew is him. This is where Minshew kind of shines. He knows his role. They'll be fine. Bryce, have you ever seen so many bad teams in the NFL battling for the first spot in the draft? I think we'll see more of this just because there's no quarterbacks. Everybody's fighting to find the next quarterback. Oh, and every quarterback is the next great quarterback. The team is bad for a reason. Why are the Bears bad? Besides crappy coaching and crappy quarterback play and offensive line and a bad defense and one player is not changing that. It takes time to build a team. Nobody wants to take linemen. Nothing sexy about taking offensive linemen. But I'll tell you what, it keeps his quarterback off his back from getting hurt, making bad decisions. Max shouldn't be an NFL quarterback. It's not his fault. I don't know if he should be an NFL. Should he have been drafted where he's drafted? And a lot of guys shouldn't be an NFL quarterback. Here's the thing, though, Bill. How many NFL quarterbacks are there? You got like 7 of them. You got a handful of really good quarterbacks. Everybody else is kind of like, shows flashes. If Pat's QB Jones was on San Fran, he might be undefeated too. It's again super situations. You land in San Fran. San Fran got Super Bowl winning coach, a Super Bowl winning defense, a Super Bowl offensive line, offensive players around you. Garoppolo took this team to multiple Super Bowls. They had a bunch of quarterbacks, 3 quarterbacks last year. Started with Lance, although I never liked Lance, and he's on the Cowboys. If you end up on a good team that has a good draft pick, has a good draft pick, I think you'll be okay. You come into bad teams. Hi, Carolina. $40 million. Again, him, Daniel Jones. This is what it costs for a quarterback. Who do you want instead of Dak? Play Trey Lance on Monday night against the Chargers. See how that goes. Dave says Ravens cost me a 5-teamer. Brutal. Best way to go 4-1, put a 5-team parlay in. Terrible. Shout outs. I just want to thank you, Higgs. Tell me to take the Niners. Last night, player prop. 49ers minus 3.5. McCaffrey anytime TD. Purdy over touchdowns. Kittle over 50 yards. There you go. Shout out. I did take the Niners. The Cowboys offense, and I'll keep saying it. Where is it? They can't score against good teams. And the defense just, not to say they gave up. You get beat up a little bit and you're looking bad. You get turnovers and come on. It was the Niners all day. I'm annoyed I didn't have the Niners because I said to take the Niners. I was too busy on the under. Kindy said I picked up Zach Moss right after the game. Michael will be one of my fantasy leads. How is he not a running? Yeesh. How was he already picked up? Who dumped him? As much as I like to dump Mac Jones, who are his weapons? Kendrick Bourne? Exactly, Mike. New England never gets any offensive players. Mac gets no time to throw. Yeah. Defense is there for sure. And that's why I made a joke at the beginning of the year. I said, everybody's like, oh, take the Jets to win the division, right? It's Aaron Rodgers here. Yay. Oh, it's Josh Allen. Yay. It's Tua. Yay. Well, I didn't like Aaron Rodgers. I think Tua was a hit away from being out of the league. And I didn't like the way Josh Allen played last year. I thought he regressed. So why wouldn't the Patriots come out of the blue? They have a defense. Maybe they can work a little Belichick magic and be a surprise team. Well, none of that has transpired besides Rodgers getting hurt and the offense being bad and no magic for New England. Again, I don't care who quarterbacks them. You got nobody to throw the ball to. You got nobody who runs the ball. It's a bad team. Shout out. Baseball pick. Diamondbacks money line. Twins money line. Twins playing today or tomorrow? That's tomorrow, the Twinkies, right? They play tomorrow? No. Yes, they are tomorrow. Sonny Gray. Take the Twins and the Rangers tomorrow. Home team deluxe. Pats didn't run the table. Well, didn't they go undefeated? I'm pretty sure they went undefeated and lost in the Super Bowl. He's running the table, you go undefeated regular season. Lane's in the house, hopped on. Cincy, Seattle, under 46.5 last night. Yes. Yeah, and I got a bad one on that. I said when I grabbed it on the opener, that line was a 44 for me. So it went up. I still like the under. Michael B. Jets are back. No, Mike, I think he was being funny. He was being funny. That was a joke. That was sarcasm. Jets are back. That was a little sarcasm. Sarcasm. Although I do like the trade for Taylor Heineke. I like that. There you go. Who said Braves in 4? I think I said Braves in 4. I thought. Yeah, I did. But again, did I do series bets on these things? No. And as much as I love my early season stuff, playoffs are a little different. I go game to game in playoffs. Because playoffs is kind of like a feel. I'll gladly grab the dogs here. And I'll take the 2 home teams tomorrow. I'm not taking Houston and Baltimore tomorrow. I'll take the home teams. I'll go no bottom 9s tomorrow in those 2 games. I mean, on the site, I'll have to put out just Twins in Texas probably. But Lane, Kendrick Bourne has an act for finding end zone. Here we go. Come on. Let them find the end zone. They got 1 win, Lane. Please, stop it. This isn't fantasy sports here. Not betting fantasy. We're talking about teams as a whole. Tamu says, LaFleur's got to seem ready when playing before a bye week, 4-0 straight up against the spread. I think it's a good spot for him. Right? Last we saw, I don't know why I have the baseball up here. So we saw them what? Thursday night getting run out of the building? Nobody's giving a shot here. It's Green Bay all day. Tamu 6, I know, right? If money line is less than 140, but a spread is 1-3, I normally take points or just take money line. Yeah, you have to. And a lot of times on the site for me, King D, like when I put it out here on whatever channel I'm on, they don't have money lines early on a Sunday or a Saturday when I put the games out early. So I'm stuck with like a 1.5, like Green Bay the other day or Atlanta. So I had somebody on one site, the money line, because it was posted. The other side, I had to take a minus point and a half, whatever, or 2.5. And it ended up losing instead of having money lines everywhere. Because I try to put my plays in all the same time because I don't want the lines to be different. And I get hamstrung sometimes. You have to. Two, if you're going up to 135, 140, and as much as I don't like taking fades, especially in baseball, right? I won't, 140, I probably won't take them. But that's over a huge 1,000 baseball games. Football, though, I'll lay to 130, 135, 140. You have to. You have to. Shout out. I can get behind Jacoby Myers or Devontae Adams. Listen, the Adams thing bothered me just because Stop Geo said that there is a boost on that. So that's why I said no thank you to the Adams. Lane says, as a fan, I hate Jets talk. When we win, we get no credit. When we lose, we're the worst team in the league. Which one is it? No, he's a Jet guy. We're just making fun of the Jets. I don't know what the Jets. That was a big game for them. I think they circled the wagons there for the coach. He was insulted by what Peyton said about him. They went out there, played hard. Now they got Philly at home. Am I going to bet this game? I haven't. I don't know. I doubt it. I'm not running to bet this game. Maybe an under. I went 4-5 yesterday, but I had my big game was on the Jets. Sure shot winner Jets. Still losing day record-wise 4-5. Top Geo says, hey, I'm with you. I want new sportsbook sponsored boost. This was one on MGM. You could apply it to any bet. Yeah, the promos. I don't know. I find promos are just when they jack up a guy, a TD, whatever the thing may be, home run prop, the boosts. I find they just lose. I remember somebody did like a year or two ago. They followed all the boosts. They were all losers. Every boost lost. Lane says, Alexander back from game pushing me towards a Myers TD. I don't hate the Myers TD. Somebody's got to score for the Raiders. I'm not saying this game's a shutout. Michael says, Lane Elliott, knack for finding end zone. He has 2 TDs and they're both in the same game. Last year he had 1 TD. There we go. Not that I'm laughing at Lane, but this, what is it? I mean, he said, I'm like, okay, well, they only have 1 win. That's the way I look at it. The guy's got 1 win. He's got 2 TDs on a year in 5 games. Leaning over tonight. I mean, I don't hate it when you have a bad team like the Raiders. Green Bay for me. Only thing I got to chat. Hello, Packers plus 115. Connect. What's going on? How do you like the Gators plus 2 over South Carolina? I don't hate it, believe it or not. There. I mean, I'm a Rattler guy, but I think the Gators can run a little bit. It does. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Because part of me wants to say South Carolina. Because you see 2.5, like you're not even a 3-point fave here. No. And you're 2-3 and you're favored over a 4-2 kind of team looks with a couple wins. I'm not running to bet the Gators, but how about an under? I go under there. USC versus Notre Dame. I wanted to take Notre Dame. That line opened at 1, by the way. That line was 1. Notre Dame season's over. Even if they win this game, they got 2 losses. Where are they going? How about just an over in this game? How about an over? Notre Dame gives up points. I mean, were they just totally gas against Louisville? Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were tough game Ohio State, tough game Duke. You lose outright to Louisville, get beat up there. Now they're going to be 100% refresh for USC without a break? I got to go over. I mean, it's USC. I mean, the 3.5 says I got to go Notre Dame, but this line was 1 at an opener. It was 1. Where is it? I thought I wrote it down somewhere. It was a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em. I wrote. Oh, wrong side. USC. North Carolina was 1. It's a pick. Now it's 3.5. Can Cal beat Utah straight up? No, they're not beating them straight up. What are you talking about there, Connect? I am a Cal Bear dog backer, 100% of the time. You're on the road here. Is Utah at home has, I think, one loss in the last 5 years. They're just ridiculous at home. Very good team. Do I want to lay this kind of number here? No. What's the total in this game? I might come in on the under on the show here. 45. I'll take the under 45 there. Tamush, a couple more Packers have won each of the last 6 Monday night games, and they also covered a spread in each of the last four. 4 Monday night games. See that I don't worry about people jump into trends like that. I don't do that. I like the Packers. It's just that simple. Green Bay. I'm rooting against Raiders every game. Fire McDaniels, draft Caleb Williams. And that's the answer. USC quarterbacks, they're awesome. Fair enough, Mike. Perhaps I let the 2 TD game sway me, but still chill out in the comments. Joker's always crazy in the chat. Come on, Lane. That was pretty good, though. You're like, oh, he finds an end zone, and Mike's like, wait a second, he's got 2 TDs. Come on, give him a little prop there. And you guys, you've been with me a long time, so you know how the chat is. You know who's kind of come in kind of trolling, acting a fool, and who actually knows a little bit here. So, two guys, I respect your thoughts in here. You don't come in here and say ridiculous nonsense. It's all right. That was pretty funny, though. You got to laugh at that. That was pretty good. J-Rock, Thielen is free money every week for a touchdown. Well, somebody's got to score, right? They got to score. They don't get shut out every week. They score 7 points. Todd Fox, Adams big money tonight, 89.5 and 99.5. Can Jimmy get on the ball? I don't know. Like I said, the anytime TD prop leads me to believe that Adams is out with a leg injury. He goes out with concussion protocol in the second quarter or something. And I like Adams, but he's a guy to me who could be like, trade me out of here. This team's bad. Start crying. Bills was terrible yesterday. Yes, they were. Bad spot. Neither what? 14-point fades? 14.5-point fades over the Giants? Like me. I can shout as much as I want. What did I say? No. It was fine. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. So I could see the Dodgers won't dime back up. I think Gallen is better than Bobby Miller. The thing with Gallen, I say this. You look at his numbers on the road, oh, man, he's bad. He's bad on the road. His bad is average MLB style. So it's not terrible. It's above average for most pitchers. The fact that he's so dominant at home just kind of skews his numbers. He's got a 1.90 ERA at home. He's given up 7 runs in 85 innings. And on the road, he's a pedestrian 3.67 or whatever, 4 ERA, normal kind of numbers. I'll take Adams. And they've shelled him this year, by the way, too. He's given up 5-6 runs in games against them. It's not like he's pitching into the 7th and it's 2-1 and they're losing late or something. No, he gives up a 5 or 6 spot. That's why I got to grab a little over action, because if he's going to get shelled, worst case, I'm going to split. Best case is that both teams hit a little bit and I pull out a 7-4 win with Arizona. There we go. We got fighting in the chat now. King D's laughing. You got an opinion on total Arizona Dodgers game? I like the over, DC Capper. Good to see you. I have the over tonight, 8.5. J-Rock says, Tyreek Hill padding to his stats. I mean, listen, I was hoping for a little more out of Miami. They covered. Giants give up 30 a game. They couldn't stop them. Now, is Jefferson and Allen going to have that kind of dynamic duo here next Sunday night? I'll admit you're all right. Born take was bad. I'll own it. Yes, you have to own it. That's you gotta own. He has a knack for one game. That's why it's funny. People knock Purdy for being a good team. What about Tua's wide receivers are better than Purdy's? Absolutely. Yeah. Purdy's trash, but Tua's the second coming. But Tua's also drafted 5th. People are high on Tua. But yeah, I mean, he's got 2 freaking great wide receivers. I mean, he's got running backs that are like sprinters. It's crazy. Moneyline Markel's in the house. What up? Bourne going to score 2 DD nights. Yeah. Bourne's next. Bourne's going off tonight on what's that? Next week against the Raiders. Dolphins are running a lot of motion before the snap. Apparently, it seems to be working out for them. Miami offense is rolling. They are pretty good. Offense looks pretty good, and they have what are they, double-digit faves here? 10, 14, 14-point faves over Carolina now? Crazy. Jesse Schul's in the house. Michael B. bringing those receipts. Yeah. J-Rock says, I like USC over Notre Dame. Notre Dame's kind of like USC. Is the kind of team USC can beat because Notre Dame doesn't have the offense to take advantage of USC's defense. I agree. Over's got to be the play. Yeah, they play a lot of overs because they score 45 and they give up 30. Take the over. Stop, Jay. That was a crazy stat to me. Braves went all year without being shut out at home. Yeah. And you get shut out by Ranger Suarez? Arizona woke USC up. Arizona woke up. J-Rock, did you see the game before that where they let Colorado go up and down the field on them in the second half? I don't know if Arizona woke them up. J-Rock, when did people go on? Utah does not lose at home? I just said that. They do not lose at home. They don't lose at home. King D says, just been 2 football futures, Florida State and USC. King D. I don't know. I don't like either of those, believe it or not. Texas did falter, and so it was always Michigan and Texas for me, so I still like Michigan to roll out. Obviously, you're not getting great odds like that. Maybe Oregon, if their defense holds up here against Washington, should kind of take that second tier. Stop here. Says Eagles money line under 48. The Lenny special. Philly and the under against the Jets. Jarek says no way on USC Florida State. Yeah, I kind of agree. That's a rough one there. Just because USC has the defense is way too questionable for me to take USC. Southwest Jug. Philly, Arizona over Packers. Yes, Philly. Now, you got them plus 1.5. I think they win outright. I think they win. Arizona over for sure, and the Packers, I'm with you. Little Drips. Give me the Phillies picks. We like the Phillies today, Little Drip. Official. Well, there it is. Phillies 138. Got him. Dodgers pitching is terrible. It is. I said that from the beginning. I wasn't high on their offense or their defense. Somehow they won 100 games. When I mean defense, I mean their pitching. Little Drips official. I love it. Your buddy Ross likes to use those trends. I can't jump back that far. I'm not a huge trend guy. You know what trends I like? I do them in the regular season baseball. Teams 1, 3, 4 in a row. I'm taking hot teams. I'm fading teams. I'm losing streaks. That's where I can't go too far back. Jackson Dolphins weren't rolling against the Bills. No, well, they were off a 70-point game. That's why we had Buffalo here too, J-Rock. That's why we said take the Bills. KD, USC offensive can beat anyone. Defense, it's a problem. Can't get stops. Michael B, have a good day. Got to work out this lovely holiday. No, it's Columbus Day. It's Columbus Day. Indigenous people, it's Columbus Day. You don't celebrate the losers. They lost. Columbus came in. They killed everybody. It's Columbus Day. Winners get their name. Lane Elliott, J-Rock. They weren't, but they still one of the best offenses in the NFL, plus it was divisional spot. It was a totally bad spot for the Bills. You scored 70. The world's going to be all over you, and you lose. Perfect. Just exactly what was supposed to happen. FSU, in my opinion, can play any style that makes them dangerous, especially with a dual threat keeper. I like Florida State. I just don't. The coach, and I said he was on a hot seat. I said he's got to put something together this year. He needs an ACC championship. Took care of Clemson. You should take care of Miami. Disastrous. Cristobal, what are you doing? But maybe Miami comes down and says, you know what, our season's ruined. We're going to ruin your season and come out and play. It's a good dark horse bet. FSU is one of the defensive teams. Yes, I agree with that. I think it's Michigan's the best right now, though. Todd, Bills are 3-2. Bills Mafia from a former Buffalo resident. Bills. They are. It's still early. I don't worry about the records. You can only do what you got to do. Who's in front of you? I mean, 3-2. You had a crazy loss last week, or not last week, opening day to the Jets, right? I mean, can the Bills run the table? Talk about people saying Niners will run the table. Can the Bills? Can the Bills just win the rest of their games? I mean, this team could be 15-4 or whatever, 15-3, whatever. I mean, how many games they play now? 30? I don't even know. It's a ridiculous schedule. Knocking him to King is saying thank you for the Florida State love. Smash the like button. How is, it's almost time to go. Let's go to the like button, and we have, it says 17 watching, 15 likes here on winning free picks. I'm not going to go to picks and parlays or Sean Higgs. 35 votes, 69% on the Packers +2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Not expecting to see that. I guess my Green Bay love is rubbing off on people. I think Norval's on a hot seat when Taggart left. He's done well. No, I'm saying coming into the season, I'm saying he needed to do something big because where had they been going? They needed a big, maybe hot seat's the wrong thing. He needed a big season here. He needed a big season. He's got it. He got the Clemson win and possibly an ACC championship game in hand. Should be all right. Ross on Dave's show would be badass. His trends database is nuts to combine with your guys' instincts. Yeah, Ross is old. I mean, he's old school. Like, he's a Mark Lawrence playbook guy. Like, that's, he's got the, we talk about the receipts. This guy's got them, But I think he goes a little gut kind of play too as well. Like, that's how I roll. I look at the numbers. I just kind of go on what I've seen and whether that's a trend in my head or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stuff I've seen through betting. I don't blindly just go on a trend or a stat or, there's more to it than that. Connect. How does you recover from the loss? Terrible. Take a knee. The game's over. What are you running the ball for? Why are you running? And the whole, he wasn't even down. Should have been a fumble. What are you running the ball for? You're not covering 20 points. They're not covering spreads. This isn't Penn State. Let's punch it in and cover the number for our boosters who are giving us millions of dollars in no money. That was out the window already. That was not happening. You're not covering a 19-point spread up 3 with 37 seconds left. Take the knee. Get out of there. Your quarterback had thrown 3 picks. Get out of there. It was a bad day. Escaping an ugly win. Nobody's going to. Teams have ugly wins. You have down spots in football. We see that in the NFL, we see it in college. Woe was me. That would have been, and you know what? That would have been great. I would have been all over Miami this week against North Carolina. No, I'll take North Carolina this week, though. Give me North Carolina. Are you kidding me? Dude, forget about it. I got Carolina minus 1.5. I'm winning free picks. I'm grabbing the Packers. Everybody's on the Packers now. They're killing us. Everybody's taking my Packers. Next thing you know, everybody's going to be betting Tampa Bay against the Lions next week. The Detroit Lennies. Speaking of which, if you're on winning free picks, I love you watching here. And if you're on Picks and Parlays watching me, always come to winning free picks because bet, win, repeat, Lenny contest time. Go see that Detroit Maniac. Tell him Detroit Pizza's crap from me.